Consider this. You've been looking forward to that ideal trip for your entire life. At last, you make the travel arrangements, gather your belongings, and embark on what ought to be a happy journey. Then, however, things take a surprising turn. It's difficult to even enjoy the first day after your flight because you're stiff and fatigued. You have trouble eating new foods, feel lightheaded in the heat, or worse, your prescription drugs run out and you don't know where to get more. All of a sudden, the trip that was meant to be joyful turns into a string of tense situations, unforeseen difficulties, and mounting regret. It occurs more frequently than you might imagine. When many seniors over 70 embark on trips, they discover that the reality of travel are different from what they had anticipated. Things that used to seem easy, like taking long walks, adjusting to changing temperatures, and even making travel arrangements, can become too much to handle. Furthermore, although we frequently hear about the pleasures of travel, not many discuss the unspoken dangers that accompany aging. The good news is that you don't have to give up traveling just because you are aware of these risks. It just means you can travel more confidently, safely, and intelligently. Let me ask you this. What if, due to factors you never thought of, your ideal vacation became a nightmare? How equipped are you to deal with unforeseen difficulties when you're traveling? And above all, would your trip be easier and more pleasurable if you avoided a few minor errors? Today we'll reveal 5 hidden risks associated with traveling over the age of 70, risks that most people don't consider until it's too late. More than that, though, we'll also discuss how to get past them so you may keep traveling the world fearlessly. These insights have the potential to permanently alter your trip experience, so stay with us through to the conclusion. For more advice that can change your life, please remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're new here. Let's get started now. Although traveling is thrilling, have you ever realized how draining it can be? Long hikes, staircases, and hours of touring may seem like adventures to younger tourists. However, the body doesn't heal as fast after age 70. Before your trip even starts, a lengthy journey, a day of sightseeing, or even just waiting in airport lines might exhaust you. Despite being one of the most significant risks that older adults encounter when traveling, fatigue is also one of the most disregarded. We believe we can persevere, like we did when we were younger. But the truth is different. Exhaustion sets in sooner than anticipated. Our joints hurt more, and our muscles weary more quickly. Imagine arriving in a stunning European city and being excited to explore its quaint streets. However, your knees begin to hurt after just 1 hour of walking on uneven cobblestone paths. Your back is stiff, you feel lightheaded after the lengthy travel, and all of a sudden the joy changes to pain. You notice that there are very few spots to sit and relax as you glance around. Even worse, you are left behind as the tour group you are with continues to go forward. The excursion that began as a dream has now become overpowering. Realistic planning and appropriate pacing are essential for avoiding travel tiredness. Include downtime in your schedule rather than scheduling back-to-back events. Select locations with convenient transit, including cities with well-connected cabs or trams. To avoid having to walk far, choose hotels close to the major attractions. Above all, pay attention to your body. After all, a trip should be pleasurable, not draining, so if you're feeling exhausted, give yourself permission to relax guilt-free. Mobility issues represent yet another significant obstacle. There are stairs, steep streets, and long walks without any benches at many ancient places, quaint villages, and even contemporary airports. These challenges can be risky if you have arthritis, knee discomfort, or balance problems. The answer? Keep accessibility in mind when making your plans. Don't be afraid to use a walking stick or portable cane for support. Look into hotels with elevators and schedule tours that include transportation. Because they are afraid of seeming old, many seniors refrain from adopting mobility aids. Nonetheless, comfort and safety are more important than appearances. Jet lag and disturbed sleep are another neglected problem. Your body's internal clock becomes confused when you travel across time zones, which makes it more difficult to fall asleep at night and remain alert throughout the day. This raises the risk of falls and accidents by causing weariness, irritation, and diminished focus. The remedy? Before you depart, modify your sleep routine. Start adjusting your bedtime a few days prior to departure to correspond with the destination's time zone. Avoid coffee and big meals at night, drink plenty of water, and get some sun when you arrive. Lastly, we frequently overlook how physically taxing flying is. It adds up to dragging bulky luggage, standing in long security lines, and spending hours in a small airplane seat. Stretch your legs every hour, wear compression socks to reduce swelling, and select an aisle seat for greater legroom to make flying easier. Think about utilizing airport assistance services. They are there to assist, and using them is not a sign of weakness. It is possible to travel after 70, but only if you do it carefully. With careful preparation, your travels can be rewarding, comfortable, and unforgettable. But fatigue and mobility issues can ruin the fun. As we age, our bodies don't always cooperate the way we would like them to, and health is unpredictable. Medical emergencies far from home are a hidden risk of traveling over the age of 70. Preparing for health-related difficulties can make a happy trip into a stressful one, whether it's a sudden heart problem, a jump in blood pressure, or even a simple stomach virus. Picture yourself taking in the refreshing ocean breeze while on a long-awaited cruise. Abruptly, you experience a wave of vertigo and a constriction in your chest. You realize you left your medication in your bag, far away in your cabin, as you grab for it. Panic strikes. You don't know if your insurance will pay for treatment, the doctor doesn't speak your language, and the ship's medical center seems strange. What begins as a peaceful vacation swiftly transforms into a terrible period of uncertainty. Not having a thorough medical summary or enough medication on hand is one of the top blunders seniors make. Prescriptions might not be available in every country, and pharmacies often sell different brands or dosages. Always pack extra medication in your carry-on and include a printed copy of your medications, including their generic names, just in case replacements are needed. A little pill organizer might assist keep things in order. Another neglected risk is not having sufficient travel insurance. Many seniors assume their usual health insurance will cover them abroad, but in most situations, it doesn't. A routine hospital visit in a foreign nation can cost thousands of dollars. The answer? Choose a travel insurance coverage that includes emergency medical care, hospital stays, and even medical evacuation if needed. For peace of mind, it's a minor investment. Additionally, many tourists overlook the health dangers associated with climate change and altitude sickness. Particularly for people with cardiac issues, high elevations can produce dizziness and dyspnea. Extreme cold can exacerbate arthritic pain, while hot, muggy weather might cause dehydration. Examine the height and climate of a place before deciding on it. Drink plenty of water, wear suitable clothing, and take breaks when necessary. Finally, it can be extremely stressful to navigate new healthcare systems. Medical standards differ by nation. Some doctors don't understand English, and some hospitals demand payment in advance. Prepare by learning important health-related terms in the local language, using a translation tool, and researching local hospitals before your travel. Consider wearing a medical alert bracelet when you travel if you have any major medical concerns. A small health problem can be avoided from turning into a serious emergency with a little planning. Be prepared, travel wisely, and confidently enjoy every adventure. Seniors who travel face a hidden risk of scams, theft, and security threats, despite the fact that it's an amazing experience. Whether it is pickpocketing, credit card theft, or complex tourist scams, older tourists are frequently viewed as easy prey. A pleasurable trip can rapidly turn into a nightmare if safeguards aren't taken. Picture yourself enjoying a cup of coffee while observing passers-by at a lovely outdoor cafe. Lounging and relishing the moment, you set your suitcase on the chair beside you. A gregarious stranger comes up and asks for directions. Your bag is gone in that moment of distraction. You've lost everything you need to complete your travel, including your phone, wallet, and passport. After a moment of panic, you find yourself disoriented in a strange city. Improperly protecting valuables is one of the most frequent errors. Tourists are frequently the target of thieves in crowded areas like marketplaces, public transportation, and well-known tourist destinations. Always wear a money belt underneath your clothes or an anti-theft purse with concealed zippers. Don't store all of your valuables in one location. Rather, keep some cash and a spare credit card somewhere else, such as a hotel safe. Falling for travel scams is another risk. Scammers are resourceful and frequently target elderly people who might not be as knowledgeable about contemporary scam techniques. Some stores may replace your credit card with a fake one. Helpful locals may divert attention while an accomplice steals from you, and phony taxi drivers may overcharge. Before your journey, research common scams to avoid these. Never give out personal information to strangers. Only use official taxis and be careful with your change. Another increasing risk is digital security. Many tourists use public Wi-Fi at hotels, cafes, and airports without realizing they are exposing themselves to cybercrime. Hackers can steal your banking details or personal information. The answer? To safeguard your data, use a virtual private network or stay away from sensitive account logins on public networks. Lastly, elders generally underestimate safety concerns in unfamiliar areas. Despite their beauty, some locations might not be secure at night. Always do your homework on communities before making a reservation. Trust your gut, stay away from secluded spots, and walk confidently. If you feel unsafe there, get out of there right away. You can travel more confidently if you are aware of these risks. Remain vigilant, exercise caution, and make your travels enjoyable and stress-free. Experiencing a medical emergency in a foreign location is one of the main worries while traveling over the age of 70. If you get sick, have trouble finding medical care, or discover you don't have the proper insurance, your ideal vacation can suddenly devolve into a stressful situation. Being prepared can make the difference between a slight setback and a huge crisis, despite the fact that many seniors believe nothing bad will happen. Imagine this. You're visiting a coastal resort on a lovely evening when you suddenly feel lightheaded. Panic creeps in, breathing gets hard, and your chest tightens. You need medical attention right away, but you don't know where the closest hospital is. You don't speak the local language, and the country you're in isn't covered by your travel insurance. Fear takes hold at that point. You might be surprised to learn how prevalent this issue is. Making sure you have the appropriate travel insurance is the first step in preventing a medical emergency. Although most policies don't, many seniors believe their standard health insurance will cover them overseas. Make sure your insurance covers hospital stays, medical crises, and even medical evacuation if necessary before you leave. Keep a copy of your policy and emergency contact information on you at all times. Knowing the risk to your own health is another important consideration. Changes in temperature, altitude, or food can cause unforeseen health problems if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or cardiac disorders. Before your travel, make an appointment for a checkup and talk to your doctor about any worries you may have. Bring extra medication in case of delays, in addition to enough for the duration of your trip. To prevent problems at airport security, keep prescription drugs in their original bottles. It can be challenging to find medical assistance abroad, particularly if there is a language barrier. Investigate local pharmacies, clinics, and hospitals before your trip. Have a translation app on hand or learn some basic medical terms in the local tongue. Additionally, some tourists don multilingual medical alert wristbands that list their ailments. Lastly, if neglected, minor health concerns might grow into major ones. A slight cut can develop to an infection in a tropical climate. Dehydration can quickly become deadly in hot climates, and altitude sickness can hit unexpectedly in high elevations. Pay attention to your body, drink enough of water, and get enough sleep. Do not hesitate to seek medical attention if something feels off. You may travel with assurance knowing that you're prepared for anything if you plan ahead. Be mindful, be careful, and savor every second of your trip. Our stamina and energy levels fluctuate with age. After just a few hours, what could have appeared like a relaxed day of sightseeing could suddenly feel overwhelming. Travel fatigue is a hidden risk that can strike at any time, leaving seniors exhausted and susceptible to various health problems. It's easy to let the thrill of traveling take precedence over the necessity of rest and recuperation, particularly after the age of 70. Imagine that you have just arrived in a busy city and are eager to see the sights, experience the culture, and explore the well-known sites. However, after walking and sightseeing for a few hours, your body begins to protest. Your legs hurt, you're exhausted, and you begin to feel a little lightheaded. What should have been an enjoyable day has become a taxing task. Dehydration, irritability, and even blunders like missing meals or forgetting to take your prescription all result from travel tiredness. Including relaxation periods in your daily schedule is one of the finest strategies to combat travel tiredness. Avoid attempting to do everything in a single day. Rather, concentrate on a small number of important tasks and give yourself lots of breaks. As a general guideline, schedule a quiet cafe or afternoon break back at your hotel. This allows you to rest and rejuvenate before continuing your journey. You can prevent the burnout that many seniors experience when traveling by taking it slow. Staying hydrated is another crucial piece of advice. Dehydration may result from our body's diminished ability to communicate thirst as we age. Dehydration is more likely to occur when you walk long distances or travel in hot climates. Even if you don't feel thirsty, keep a water bottle with you and drink tiny sips throughout the day. Rest should also be a top priority when traveling. Plan slower-paced days where you just take in the landscape. Go for a leisurely walk or just unwind in a park rather than packing your days full of activities. This slower speed helps you to appreciate the experience without overtaxing your body. Finally, pay attention to your body. Take a rest if you're feeling exhausted. Stop and take a break if anything doesn't feel right. In times of excitement, it can be tempting to push yourself, but neglecting the symptoms of exhaustion can worsen your condition and potentially increase your susceptibility to disease. Enjoy your journey at your own speed and pay attention to your body's demands. Making wonderful experiences is the goal of travel, not wearing yourself out. By timing yourself, staying hydrated, and respecting your limits, you may enjoy each moment to the maximum without compromising your health. Exploring the world, creating lifelong memories, and living life to the fullest are all made possible by traveling over the age of 70. However, it's crucial to understand the particular difficulties that come with growing older and to get ready for them. Whether it's handling unforeseen health problems, controlling your energy, or realizing how important sleep is, it's critical to approach travel with consideration. As we talked about, physical limits that might not have been an issue in the past are frequently the hidden risks of traveling in your senior years. It's advisable to have an emergency plan and to have the required medications on hand because medical emergencies can catch us unaware guard. Maintaining your energy levels during your vacation can also be greatly impacted by controlling your travel schedule, taking it slow and drinking plenty of water. You may make sure that your travels are secure and pleasurable by keeping these difficulties in mind. Perhaps the most crucial lesson to be learned from all of this is that travel is all about the experience. Pushing yourself to the maximum or seeing everything in a single day is not a race. It's about enjoying the present, getting to know new people, and genuinely taking in the splendor of new locations. Be patient with yourself, pay attention to your body, and let the process evolve organically. Your life should be enhanced by travel, not diminished. Traveling beyond 70 can be just as exciting as it was when you were younger if you take the proper safety measures, make careful plans, and accept a slower, more laid-back pace. Every action you do will result in fresh experiences and revelations, and each trip will leave you with memories to treasure for years to come. Now is your time to explore, so go ahead and confidently plan your next trip.